What's up YouTube, this is Collect Pokemon and welcome back to another video. So this video is mainly about PSA. Yeah, I was not planning to make this video, but when I woke up this morning, I've got the news, I've got an email from the CEO saying that basically they're not accepting any more cards through their value service, their regular service, and their express service. So yeah, basically after the price increase, they just did not get any card less. They actually got more cards. So they've decided to stop accepting these graded cards until further notice. And in the email, they said that basically their goal, their aim is to start and reopen all the tier by July 1st, 2021. But that's what they're expecting. And yeah, I'm not putting my expectation up for those at this point in time. But with that said, what you need to understand is, what exactly is happening. And there will definitely be a lot of video when you wake up, all over YouTube talking about why PSA is doing this. Is this good? Is that bad? And, here we're not here to talk about that because I think that, there will be too many videos simply talking about that. So today in this video, I really want to drill onto the impact or that short to medium term impact that there will be on the collectible market, especially other parts of the Pokemon collectible market. So let's address just some kind of numbers and concepts first. It's currently March 31st, tomorrow's April 1st. So from April to July, we are going to see rarely any cards being sent to PSA. I mean, those who are going to flip cards, they're still going to flip it, but I highly doubt that people will flip it via Super Express because it is a very, very expensive price range. And you know that even at PSA 10, it might not be worth it to flip those modern cards at that price. So that is definitely going to affect the business model for a lot of flippers or graders. And I do know a bunch of people who just, crack open some sealed products and they grade it, they flip it and do that. Or they buy raw cards, they flip it and do that, especially with Japanese promos. With that said, what is going to happen to those people is they're not going to, it's not going to ruin their planning. It's not going to ruin their market plan. What they're going to do is they're going to shift to other parts of the market within Pokemon or other collectibles. For example, sealed products, as well as, Japanese promos or even single cards. Now, I'm going to talk about each one of those sectors and, really think about what is going to happen. First of all, you need to understand that May 28th is the day where EV Heroes in Japan will be released. And June, second week of June, is where Chilling Reign will be released. Now the question is that what would happen to these sets if people cannot flip individual graded card? Would the sale of these sets go down? Would people be less willing to crack it open? I actually don't think so. I do actually think that these individuals who profit from PSA grading or flipping from PSA grading, they're going to shift to other areas. For example, sealed products. So I do believe that the demand of Chilling Reign and the demand of EV Heroes is going to be at an all-time high. Because simply that whole group of people that used to grade and flip cards will shift into the sealed products. And that's something that I think that it is the easiest and closest thing where, you buy it at a low price, you sell it at a high price. That's what they're going to shift to. I mean, Japanese promos maybe, but then the Japanese promo are already at a very high price. So like I said in my previous video, it will require them to have a greater knowledge. Which they might do because they're flipping graded cards anyway. But I do think that the easier entrance point is going to be flipping sealed products. And I do think that we're going to see an all-time high in the demand of these sealed products. So if you guys have not pre-ordered it or needs to pre-order it early, because I do believe that it will be definitely hard to get products at release. Will there be more in the future? We don't know. Will there be reprints? Likely. Will that reprint satisfy, every demand? Who knows? So that's just my personal view. Remember, not advice, personal view. Guys are gonna ask me, hey, collect Pokemon. It's only PSA, grading is not about PSA, it's all about BGS, it's all about CGC. It's all about these, GMA, ABC, BBC, ABC, LOL, I don't even know. There's all these other grading companies that, gets, popped up all the time. will it be a time for a lot of new... Well, let's talk about CGC first. I heard that CGC is really backlogged as well. Same with BGS. So if PSA is stopping to receive cards, I do have a feeling that it is likely that CGC and BGS might actually do the same, but not for all the tier. Maybe for the lower end bulk tier, I do think that they might actually stop receiving those. But we're gonna see what happens, because I do feel like a large proportion of people, the first thing that they will think of is, okay, no PSA, we'll go for CGC, we're gonna go for BGS. But I think that with that kind of volume of cards just directly shifted to BGS and CGC, I do believe that they're going to crash too. So that's something that I would foresee. What about other grading companies? Well, I mean, there will be other grading companies, and people will be inclined to grade with other grading companies. But like I said, the credibility of the company does really affect the price. And once we know that the price cannot be really justified, or the price of sold cards, or the consistency, people will definitely shy away from it. So that's why I do believe that a lot of these card flippers for PSA cards or graded cards are going to shift into the CO market. So we're going to see an influx of these number of people into the CO market, because that is something easier, and I've explained it just 2 minutes earlier. So that's what I would think. What else would I think about? What about single cards? Single card is going to be a hit and miss, because I do think that some single cards would definitely be flipped a lot. They will be hyped up a lot, because they can't simply flip the graded cards anymore. And you can see that in this video I use the word flip, because we need to understand that even though we can't submit card to PSA, cards are still coming back from PSA. So older cards that have been sent to grade in the next few months, I don't think that the price is going to be that it won't impact the price as much. If anything, the price of those PSA cards will slowly drop because of the supply that is available in the market as PSA, clear the backlog, and as more of these cards come back. What is more worrying is going to be what happens beyond July, or the second half of this year, when the 25th anniversary, when the EV Hero set hits in English. That is going to be crazy, because people want those cards graded. And, they will go to a certain length for Express, Super Express, and try to get those cards graded. So I do believe that, at that point, we're going to see record high for prices of EV Hero in the English set or something like that, because in this time, the English EV Hero set, as well as the Chilling Reign, a lot of people are going to hold on to it before sending it into grade later on. So we're going to see that lag and that stagnation that can have an impact much later on in the year that is very difficult to foresee. Now, with that said, other than sealed products, I do believe that Japanese promo will be another area in which a lot of people who base their business model on graded cards will shift into as well. So I would expect a lot of Japanese promo cards to go up in price. But at the same time, it's just going to fluctuate. There's going to be a lot of fluctuation depending on how the other grading companies are going to be reacting to this, as well as how people that used to make flipping cards, grading cards in business, how would they shift into other industry. But it's a very complicated relationship, I could say, and I could only tell you that it's going to be a very rough ride. I would be very cautious into overspending on Pokemon cards or even collectible cards. You need to understand, PSA doesn't just grade Pokemon card. It grades Dragon Ball Super cards, it grades Magic the Gathering, it grades Digimon card. There's a large number of hobbies that requires the use of PSA, because either PSA or Beckett grades it, because I'm pretty sure that CGC doesn't grade all the gaming cards at this moment. So that is why I think that for multiple language or for other cards, there is no alternative option. And cards such as the Dragon Ball Super, these cards will continue to go up in price, because people just simply don't have a place to grade it anymore. So I think graded Dragon Ball Super cards would definitely be another hype. We're gonna see great, like a really high sale price for a lot of the signature cards that was already released and graded as PSA 10. And there would also be a time when we see that there will be no Dragon Ball Super graded card in the market in the month of most likely August, July, or July, August, September, in those 3 months. So we're going to see another hype of those cards when it hits that time. So yeah, that's pretty much it about this video. It's a very quick, short video. It's a very simple analysis trying to demonstrate the complexity of how this main pillar, this main element, this keystone species, sorry, I'm teaching like biology, this keystone species of PSA graded card is going to affect the whole ecosystem. It's going to affect the whole food web of graded cards and collectibles. And because of that, I do believe that, we should be very, very cautious about what to buy. So what I can be certain of is the idea that the upcoming 2 seal products, the seal set for the EV Hero, as well as the Chilling Reign, it's going to be a very sought after set. But anything beyond that is very, very difficult to foresee and predict.